was such a pleasure meeting you.
You as
I'm
well.
a big fan of your work. And
Thank you.
you've done super interesting plays. You have Tony Awards. What made you say yes to this one specifically?
Well, I love Rajiv Joseph. I have been waiting to work with him for such a long time. To get to work on this iconic play feels so like a gift, truly. And then Neil Pepe has been in my life for as long as I can remember, and now to experience him as a director, and like to get to be with Nicholas Braun, who I'm meeting for the first time. Well, we met for the first time this week, but to be in a room with him and to really play, has been just so cool. Yeah.
Now, your character, you have to interpret the same person throughout different phases of her life.
Correct.
And, we all go through different changes, but there is something that is our essence. What is the essence for Kayleen?
That's a really great question, and I actually don't think I've thought about it because we only are a week in. But I think right now it feels like going through, like, what it means to be a survivor. Right now, it's like this is a person who has to get up, has to go to work, has to work, has to work the triple shift, has to come back home and get back up and do the same thing, regardless of whether or not depression is a factor. I think the resilience of who Caitlin is, for us to see her at the end of the play, to see her living differently is quite remarkable. I mean, the foundation that Rajiv has laid is remarkable. And the way that these characters go through their lives, and when we see them again, it's really special. You'll see.
I cannot wait to see it, but just before we wrap up.
Yes.
Because I'm going to ask Nicholas, because this is his first big stage production, right?
Yeah.
So what is, because, Broadway and theater people, we have a lot of superstitions.
We do?
What is your, routine for good luck before a performance? Do you have a routine?
No, I don't. I think, there's a part of me that, I have a lot of different other routines. I don't know if it's necessarily for, but I think that as long as working, we put in all the work and we do bye y'all. We do all the work and we continue to do the work and we continue to love the work and to find the nuances and just continue to do it, that no matter what, it's me and him up there, and that's it. It's me, him, Rajiv's words, and Neil's direction. It's the four of us, including the lighting designer and the costume and the hair and it's us.
Yeah. And it must be exciting to have the moment, just the team, before you open to another character, which is the audience, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just grateful to step into another world again, and to be in a theater, and an intimate theater, and that's always a special opportunity because for us to be together right now and to sit with each other, and when we are so desensitized to violence in this world, that our ability and lack thereof to feel is at an all-time high, and I just feel like we need to feel again. And we should feel with each other. And this is one of those plays that kind of puts you through all of the roller coasters of emotions. So, yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
To see what comes out on stage.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Oh my God.
Exactly.
So this is your first professional play, right? As far as I could tell.
Yes, this is my first show.
So
First real show.
What did it make? What did make you say yes to this particular play?
Yeah. So this is my first real play ever. You do stuff as a kid. You'd like to count that, can't count that. So this is it. I'm really, really so excited. there have been opportunities for other shows, good ones, but, you're looking for a certain thing, and I think I was looking for a smaller play so that it could be something I can really sink my teeth into, and to get to work with Kara, it's just me and her on stage. It's the best. I mean, I read the script. It's also about the play. The play is filled with so much. It's dramatic and it's funny and it's exciting and gnarly and like gross at times. It will gross people out potentially, but it's we start at 8 years old. We meet at 8 years old in the nurse's office, and I was like, is that a spoiler? No. And we go to 38. It's everywhere. You can look it up. But we go to 38. So there's also this strange thing of getting to watch people literally change ages, which I don't think I've ever seen in a play before. So there was a lot to it that got me really excited. And then Kara I got sent it in March, and I was like, whenever you want to do it, cool. I'm down. And then it started to come together this summer, and she got on board, and then we were off to the races. So it's been a lot of fun so far. I think it's going to be a good show.
Now you mentioned about the age changes, and as we grow out, of course, the different versions of ourselves. But now you have to bring that to a character. What is the essential, the essence of Doug? Right, that's his name.
Yeah. So, Doug, I think of him as like a lone wolf. Like, he's a guy operating in the world by himself. He's just a person who has trouble making friends. He's not good at small talk. He just wants to do and be out in nature and ride bikes and screw up his body if it happens. Ride his BMX bike off a roof and see if he can make it. Jumping to another roof. That's what I think he's doing. You'll see the first scene, know what I'm talking about. He literally worships Evel Knievel. So I think there's something to him that he's trying to get some excitement out of life. You can't easily connect with him. So I think over the course of his life, it causes him to be isolated from the world. And this, who Kara plays, Kayleen, is the one person that actually might have broken through. And something about the relationship, something about her woundedness in her own way, in a totally different way, is what brings them together. Whether and the play's kind of about, can you accept the thing that's best for you? Can you accept the person that's best for you? Because we all know sometimes, I love this person, they're my best friend, or they should be my best friend, but you can't get there. Sometimes we don't want the thing that's best for us.
Now, because this is your first New York.
Am I holding this mic too close into my mouth? It's not gonna be yeah. Oh, you have an EQ thing?
I mean, yeah, it shows if it.
Okay, good.
Too high, so
Okay, good. All right.
And it usually the iPhone already.
It balances it. Okay.
Makes my life very easy.
I was just I'm really inside the. Okay.
It's gonna sound like one of those podcasts,
Yeah, ASMR vibe. Okay.
Now, because this is the first time that you're doing this crazy New York schedule of 8 shows a week. How are you organizing your life around it? Do you have a routine that you're looking forward to? Is there a talisman that you think you're gonna need to carry on to the stage? What's your good luck routine for this?
I have no idea what I'm gonna need to do in order to do 8 shows a week. We're already rehearsing 6 days a week. It's really unique. I'm wow, I didn't know you guys work this much, leading up to the. I knew about the 8 shows a week, but I love it. I love being busy. I love working. So I'm not really worried about it too much. It's more winter in New York and maybe getting sick or something. I would never want to get her sick. I don't want to miss a single show. But I don't know. I think it's just going to be about she and I connecting and maybe some ritual thing that we come up with, you know. I mean, athletes have their rituals. Maybe there's something you kind of find that settles you in, and so you can drop in the same way every night. But I have no goddamn idea. I'm going to just see what she does and then see if maybe I'll steal her little warm-ups or things like that.
I like that plan. Well, thank you so much.
Awesome.
And, you know, as we don't say good luck in the theater, we say break a leg or merde. So
Merde?
Merde, like shit in French.
Oh, merde.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Merde.
Now you know when people wish you merde, it means good luck.
From
the theater world, yeah.
But in the theater world, people say
in
that?
ballet theater, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because that's when the carriages would stay for the rest of the show, so the horses would poop. It's like a classic event, right? Yeah. It's not
Wait,
just
when
because
the horses would stay.
I've heard it here. I've heard somebody else say it, but it's not a thing here. Yeah.
So it's no, but it is.
Is it?
Yeah. So it's bad luck to say good luck.
Yeah.
Right.
Live performances. So basically, the whole idea of math came in France back in beginning of the theater ballet.
Yeah.
So if the show was not good, basically the carriages would leave early. I think. The carriages would leave early, and then first of all, so nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
I was just talking to Rajiv, and he was saying that, basically this play didn't change much from what he envisioned that it would be. So I wanted to ask you, what made you choose this play to direct?
Well, I've known about the play for many, many years. My friend Scott Ellis directed the first production at Second Stage, I think 2011. It's because I've known tons. It's a huge play with acting students because it's all about two people who feel like outsiders coming together. So there was something about the iconic nature of these characters and the fact that they're kind of rebels who feel alive together, but there's a certain amount of, feeling like an outsider in society and how they deal with that. Sometimes it's in traumatic ways and sometimes it's in really exciting ways, but they're both characters who want to live on the edge and are trying to find a place and a home together, and they find that together. So it's an exciting time to be doing it, and it's a great piece for actors, and to have Kara Young and Nick Braun doing this piece together is just electric.
So I was going to ask you also, how did you guys come about finding these two actors
Yeah.
to play this character?
So I've known Kara Young quite a long time. She did a play at Atlantic by Stephen Adly Girgis called Halfway Bitches Go Straight to Heaven. She was amazing at it. And then watching her work over the years, especially recently with Purpose and Pearly Victorious. And then Nick, I've known his work through film and TV. Some friends of mine worked with him on Succession. And I just all of a sudden thought that they both wanted to do it. And the idea of coming together and bringing it to life in 2025 feels very, very exciting because it's always about the electricity of the group. And I feel like this great writer, Rajiv is one of our great American writers, such an incredible language writer and has such an amazing sense of truth, beauty, and humor. And then having these two actors at the top of their game go at it is great.
So I know you guys are still rehearsing.
Yeah.
So what so far has surprised you the most in this process? Because it's one thing when you read the play or when you see a different version.
Yeah.
And it's another thing when your idea of it is put on in front of
Yeah.
you. So what has surprised you the most in this process of putting this play together?
Two things. One, how good the writing is. And two, how amazing it is to watch Nick and Kara play off each other. I mean, we've only been in the room for a week. They already bring 150% every time they read it through. And they're just experimenting. And it's like a sports event. It really is. It's like watching two actors go into a boxing match or a tennis match and just be at the top of their game. So I think everybody should come down and check that out because it's a very, very unique thing to have actors of this extraordinary quality come together to do a great play.
And it's a show about pain and injuries, but not necessarily painful, right?
No, I mean, look, we all have a certain amount of, whether it's accidents or times where we've experienced loss, but through that we also come together. I mean, times of loss and trauma can be a time where we feel like, how do I come together? And the other reminder about death and loss is how to seize life, how to seize joy, and how to feel alive. So I think while it may seem that these people are dealing with a lot of pain. They're also dealing with a lot of wanting to be alive, wanting to be in the fire, and wanting to experience life to its fullest. So it has that kind of buoyancy to it.
Amazing. Well, I cannot wait to watch it.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks so much. First of all, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. One of the questions I wanted to ask is what clicked you to write this story? Because it sounds very unique.
Yeah, it is. I was literally having a conversation with a very old friend of mine in a bar, and he was telling me all these injuries that have dotted his life, crazy, disgusting, gruesome injuries. And I said to him, you could write a biography with every injury being a chapter. And that made me think about how we measure time in our life and how, trauma and injury can be part of that. And I thought maybe it's interesting to write a love story that uses that same format, and that's what led to this play.
And one of the things that you just said, it's a love story, but it's also of two characters that have known each other pretty much their whole lives.
Yeah.
So why did you decide to do this take on this relationship, this love story?
Well,
I like the meet cute. I think that a lot of people fall for.
Well, they do meet cute. They're 8 years old in the nurse's office, and he's just ridden his bike off the roof of the school and has cracked his head open, and there's blood everywhere, and that's where the show starts, and it jumps around in time. It's nonlinear, and I always think that when you talk about the passage of time, when you talk about why someone is in your life for so long and you can't even get them out because you love them too much. That's what this play is about, and so for me, it's important that they knew each other their entire lives, and we get to watch in a nonlinear way how their love evolves and devolves over that time.
Now, how much did it change from when you wrote this play to now that you're in rehearsal process and you're seeing these characters finally have a face and there is some direction? How much did that change into your first initial vision?
It didn't change that much, I gotta say. Oftentimes with me, I do a lot of rewriting, but with this play, it kind of came out of me, and it kind of stayed that way.
Oh, amazing. So, what did Nicholas and Kara brought to the characters that you thought was very special?
Well, these are two incredible actors, and I've known Kara Young for a long time, and I've really wanted to work with her forever, and this is our first time working together, and she's just magnificent, and just hearing her say the words to this character, seeing her embody the character of Kayleen is kind of a dream come true for me. And Nick, I didn't know, but I've seen his work, and I have been so excited to have him in the room and see the chemistry that's instantly kind of achieved between these two people has been really special.
Well, I cannot wait to see the play.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Miriam.
Thank you.